Hey, fellow babies, welcome to a pub chat. And if you've ever felt the hard fist of life straight in the anus, this is the show for you, right, Dunk?
Oh, get the KY jelly out and woohoo! Grit your teeth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We were going to go live at 3. Yeah, we were going to go live at 3, but my son had a mild seizure. Well, no, when I say mild, I mean short, but it was full on, eyes rolled back and stuff. So I just needed some time to get it together and make sure everything was okay over here.
The head was spinning. He got the crucifix and he was going, "Yeah, you motherfucker, say it now." Nothing too bad.
Yeah. I need another TV now. It's just.
It's when he's floating off the bed. That's a bad sign.
I still don't understand how that works, but it's amazing. To see, it's scary as hell. But you get
the hoops out and do the old magician's apprentice sort of thing. Helping. Look, no wires.
Yeah. And I said to the doc, I said, do the pills help with the seizures? He said, with the seizures, yes, but that standing over a cauldron brewing stuff, there's nothing we can do about that. So,
Hey, the pills, you're supposed to give them to Felix, not you.
Oh, that probably would have helped.
So, interesting night last night. What happened, Dick Dawson? What happened last night? What happened?
We finally got a Discord server open.
Hooray! Everyone in the chat, if you haven't joined the Discord and you've been asking for it, you've got it now. God knows why you wanted it, but you got it.
It's been done.
It's done and dusted.
Yeah.
Well, it's warming up. It's warming up and it's filling up. It's starting to fill up with people.
Yeah. So jump in there yourself. We'll get people dropping links and stuff and whatnot. Hey, Liam was greeting people in there. I heard. I'm not actually in it yet. I'm still trying to get my original account back so that I can have my thing, and I'm still trying to. So we'll see, but. To Discord. Thank you.
It's all right. We don't need you there.
Yeah, I'm not much good anyway.
We'll have fun without you. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you.
Probably more.
I'll tell you if anything interesting happens or anyone starts talking shit about you.
Yeah, he'll give me a report. Yada yada blah blah blah. Alcohol. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's an argument at the moment going on about pizza. The old, who loves pizza and a pineapple on pizza and stuff like that.
Pineapple belongs on the right pizzas. It just depends on the other ingredients. It's true. It's just a thing.
I don't understand why people get up in arms about it. It's like, pizza's kind of like a individual dish. You order your pizza, somebody else's order their pizza. What they put on it is totally up to them.
Yeah.
And like I said in Discord, I like my Klingon Garch pizza live.
But
with pineapple.
Yeah. Well, see, people put black olives on pizza, and that's enough to make me want to throw it across the room like a frisbee. But
black olives and anchovies. Yeah.
Oh, I like an anchovy. I really like an anchovy, but they have to be good, not like garbage, crappy ones. There's a difference.
Have you ever had those little silvery ones you get in a jar?
Yeah.
Some of those are quite nice, but. I had pizza with white anchovies on them. They're fresh anchovies.
Yeah.
And that's like, wow.
I know. It's way better. It's the difference between getting those. I can't remember what they're called offhand now, but there's a special cherry. They're kind of expensive and they kind of go white and they're decent size, kind of like a Lapin cherry, not like a little from a can awful kind of cherry. And they're so much better than your normal cherry, right?
It's like the difference between a 50 quid and a 200 quid hooker.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, less diseases, more stamina,
better taste.
Oh, thank God I'm drinking.
Oh, we went there already. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You'll notice I have a webcam, but you'll notice that it's not as good at staying in focus and stuff. So, we're doing a fundraising. Now, I found a webcam from, it's from the NASA van, actually. And Yeah, so we're trying to fundraise for the NASA van, and we need $700 million for the van, and they're gonna throw in the webcam for an extra 20 billion. So yeah, and we're getting there.
It's only a 480, webcam.
Yeah. It's cutting edge technology from a day long past, but it'll do me great. So yeah, we'll fundraise a few billion and see if we can't move on from there and get me something reliable.
So hit that damn super chat button because we need that van fast before the price gets too high.
That's right. Yeah, I've never seen an auction go like this, but we must win. It's funny. There's
updates on your magical arms.
That's right. Yeah. So
not those arms.
In my quest to become Dr. Octopus, but I bought a set of monitor arms on the internet, and I wasn't sure if I was going to tell you about them, good or bad, because they came slightly imperfect, right?
Broken.
Yeah. So they sent me out a complete replacement set without me having to send in to them, and they just simply did it on the spot. And they showed up, and they are excellent. So I can actually show you what they are. The Iron Gear dual monitor stand. This is the one that I've got. You'll see. Let me bring it up a little bit bigger here. Yeah. So you see that the second mount to the right under the monitor beside the price, that's so you could drill a hole in your desk and mount the damn thing without the clamp. It's just on there permanently. That's what I did. And you can move them and groove them. They instantly lock together, not instantly, but it's easy to put them in place so that they're perfect together, but you can still move one if you want to be in the kitchen and watch something on YouTube. Great products. $79, and they come out of the box. They're heavy steel good items. So Iron Gear dual monitor stand gets a big shout out from me because they are totally worth it. I actually got the white ones, and it looks a little bit more Apple. But I have black monitors, and I should have just got the black ones because the white ones stand out like I'm trying to look cool. I didn't think about that part. Yeah.
Get the pink ones.
Yeah. But they're awesome. So we'll put the link in the description too. What the hell? I'll give them a shout out because the price, and I got mine for $64 Canadian. So it worked out really well. They were on sale.
That's 64 Canadian. That's pocket change. That's nothing.
Yeah. It's about 2 beer and a packet of crisps in Britain, right? But yeah,
been a while since I've been to the pub. Can't afford to.
Yeah, no doubt. Can't afford the gas to get there. But yeah, very good stuff. Very good stuff. And so I've got a couple of 27-inch 1440p screens hooked up to them, and I've got the really good setup. I used to have 3 different screens of 3 different resolutions, and none of them matched. And because they were all on their monitor stands, there was no room on the desk. But now that the monitors just float, I've got all this room on my desk again. I can't tell you how good switching to a monitor arm setup for $70 is. It's unbelievable. It's great.
Yeah. So now Dick can write letters. So if you'd like a personalized letter from Dick Dawson, please email the Shills, and he will write you a personalized letter on headed note paper with pen and ink.
I think my handwriting is so bad you wouldn't be able to read it. People would think it's like Sanskrit or something,
I've seen your emails. They're fucking unreadable as well. Never mind.
Yeah,
never mind handwriting.
I've developed my own shorthand off of my own shorthand, and now most people can't make sense of me anymore. Except
Dick Dawson's the only guy who can touch type using his knuckles.
Yeah. Hey, I think I'm further away from the last relative of mine that walked dragging their knuckles than you are, pal. So, there's got to be at least a generation there. Because I think if I remember correctly, you told me that cousin Bill still drags his knuckles sometimes, right?
Oh, and I was telling you the guy that we saw at the store the other day, like, you know, one of those big bodybuilders, and me and my son were, you know, having a good laugh at him. I mean, I've got nothing against people who's like build their bodies up and something, but you know, it was like the way they do it when they show themselves in public, the swagger. And they have to wear those teeny tiny little t-shirts.
Why?
To show off all their muscles. And I was doing, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, as he's walking along. And I was just saying, yeah, he's you know, he's using his knuckles as stabilizers as he's walking along, like a orangutan. Yeah, amazing.
That's funny. Seems Streamlabs.
It beat the shit out of me if I confronted him with it, but you know, there you go.
Yeah. But that's one of those things. Just because somebody's big doesn't actually mean that's the case. I mean, I'm kind of lanky. I'm like, you know, 6'1", 185 pounds or whatever, 180 sometimes, you know, give or take, right? And when I was like, you know, 30-ish and a little bit rowdy and whatnot, I grabbed guys that were like 240 pounds and put them in their place many times.
Well, see, that's your years of experience being a musician on the road. You are a walking grindhouse movie.
Yeah. No, I just, you know, you get to a point where you're like, I don't care anymore, man. I'm not shying away. You know? You got to remember when you're a musician and you end up getting in like, you know, a sticky moment or whatever, it's always after you've played the gig. So it's like 1 a.m. and everybody's wasted, but you were on stage playing. So you're probably the most sober. So you always have a beneficial position, right? You know? It's true.
It's also why you don't want to be playing a Les Paul guitar when you're playing a band, because that headstock will break straight off. You just want a straight neck, you know, with a good solid headstock, with the some great tuning keys, and you know when the people like cut off the strings, you know, you got to cut them off in a certain way so the strings are pointing up away, so they really scratch and get in there and poke their eyes out. Yeah. That's how you do guitar work. You know?
I saw something today, dude, that was really funny. You'll appreciate this. It was awesome. So there's this guy on YouTube and he does videos about like e-bikes and stuff. And he recently expanded to doing like a few micro electric cars from Japan. And he even did like this weird little electric boat that he got. But I saw a video, we need the drunk bar cat. Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, who can tell me who sang the song Do the Bear Cat? Oh, yeah, we'll give you a merch discount for that one for sure. So he did a video where some Chinese company got a hold of him and said, here, we'll send you a little electric microcar. Just check it out. You can keep it. And
wow.
it shows up in a big, huge crate, and he's got to, do it and everything, right? And it's a decent little rig for what it is, probably worth about $5,000 or something. But it's not street legal in any way. And he proceeds to drive it around on camera on YouTube on the streets of his town. And then he puts his two like 12-year-old cousins in the back and they love it. So he starts bringing them into the front seat. He lets them steer while he does the pedals in an unlicensable car on public streets on YouTube. This guy's just asking for it, man. I never seen anything like it. Like, do you think it's okay, officer? It's okay. I'm a YouTuber. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know?
Look, here's my YouTube plaque. Which is like, it opens up a wallet. It's got like a tiny little plaque in it. Yes, sir. Yes, officer. I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Spock. Yeah, David Wilcox. I saw him live at my high school and then saw him live a couple times after. Oh, yeah. We have to compare stories. Must be a Southern Ontario thing.
I was at the Bearcat thing. Mr. Spock.
Yeah.
Mr.
David
Spock?
Wilcox. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Mr. Spock always knows, right? It's that whole logical side of things.
Hey,
yeah.
Go on. What?
Hay is for horses. What? I was gonna say, Have you ever wanted a smart toilet? Something that like could analyze your urine stream and fecal deposits while taking a picture of your anus? Well, it turns out
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the top of my Christmas list.
well, it should be because there's an award for it now. I thought we'd go over to that for a minute, eh? What are these called now? The
Ignobles.
Yeah, the Ig Nobles. Award ceremony featuring miniature operas, scientific demos, and 24/7 lectures. There's got to be something I don't get there. But yeah, curious about why geologists lick rocks or how many nose hairs are on the human cadaver. Perhaps you'd like a snazzy dead wolf spider to use as a biodegradable robot gripper. What? Oh, it's even hard to read, man.
Yeah, the spider grabber is amazing.
Yeah. But it's a good-natured parody of the Nobels, right? Except there's actually some decent stuff in it. I don't know about like analyzing your urine stream and fecal deposits is pretty like, The Island, like that movie, right? But the whole thing, like taking a picture of my butt, that ain't happening, man. There's no fucking way.
No, use the photocopier like everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we got a super chat in. We got a super chat from Yvonne Way, who says it sends in 5 Swiss francs for the Bird Fund.
Woohoo! Yay! Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Yvonne. Awesome. Yeah, I'll never a camera in your toilet? I mean, people get arrested for that and do a lot of time in jail. It's so wrong. You imagine a bed and breakfast? Well, I didn't realize my guests were gonna. It was for me.
We just go on a new game show. Guess whose bum?
That's
the celebrity. Who's celebrity shitter?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. And I mean, seriously, like, I don't know about you guys, but I have to clean a toilet every now and then. So, what, like one day you open your app and you go, oh, damn, there was a smear and I didn't get to see. Like, it's just, that's weird.
Yeah. Who cleans the camera?
Exactly. Does it come with a maid? Does it come with its own handheld bidet? So you have this little water jet and you can go and clean the camera, right? Or does it come with like a toothbrush? But yeah.
Well, you just clean it the same way as I clean the toilet. You have to piss on it.
Yeah. That's why you buy a brown toilet.
Yeah, that stubborn streak hasn't moved. A couple of more days pissing on it, it might go.
Oh, God. I think I had cleaner bathrooms than yours at the rehearsal spaces during my days, dude.
Oh my God. There's big flashes outside.
We had a rehearsal space on Hastings in Vancouver, right near Pigeon Park and stuff. If you know what I mean, it's like the spot for nasty and whatnot, right? And we had a couple of couches and a fridge and stuff because it was also a hangout. People would just come and hang out and we'd jam and rehearse and stuff, right? And every day you'd show up for rehearsal and one of the band was just hungover, wasted on the couch and shit, right? It was just... Yeah, I can only imagine the bodily fluid stains that were... it's just, yeah. Well... And even worse is I don't even know where that furniture came from. It's just
no, that's even worse. It's probably cast off of they just found it on the street. What are you talking about?
Yeah, found it in a junkie alley. Perfect.
Yeah. Not the sort of thing you want to run a black light over to see what's going on in there.
Well, that was when what's his name had this big old Cadillac car. It was like a '74 Fleetwood or something. And we used to drive it down the back alleys, just lightly bumping into the dumpsters to see how many heads would pop up.
What is it, Sesame Street? What are you talking about?
We called it bum bumping.
You bastard.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big old piece of shit car. What else are you going to do with it? Yeah. Anything more real we should discuss?
Oh, I tell you what about home electrics?
Okay.
Great topic. This was fascinating. This is edge of the street stuff, guys. This is why you're here, to hear about the daily traumas of Dunk, the little green man, and his home electrics. Now, okay, we got a big shed. Oh, sorry, a workshop slash studio, otherwise known as a shed,
A barn.
down at the back of the garden. And a few years ago, like around about Christmas, our electrics in our house just like kept popping off. You just like reset the RCD and it just kept popping off again. And it was like, oh, for fuck's sake, something's wrong. So we got an electrician in, right? And so we thought we'd go woke. This was a few years ago. This was a good few years ago. We'd go woke. We got a lady electrician.
Okay.
Not the kind of lady I'd have hired, but she was there. Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty! The sky just lit up. You might hear a rumble in a minute.
God's about to strike you down, dude.
Yeah. Don't you start taking that piss out of lady electricians, you bastard. Oh, can you hear that?
Oh, I did, man. I actually did. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So this lady electrician, she sorted out the electricity in our house. It stopped popping off. So, Christmas carried on. Great. Only problem was we lost
Hold on. You just admitted you had to have a woman come to your house to keep things from popping off. I just want that. I want the quote saved for all time. Okay, keep going.
That's gonna be a meme. I can see it now. Yeah. So basically, what happened is, the electricity worked in the house. Christmas went fine. The only problem was we had no power back in the workshop anymore. It was just gone. So we had this problem for quite a long time, and basically I ran around it by just running an extension lead down from an external socket down to the workshop. So we've been doing this for years, right? And so I've just installed a new little sheddy workshop thing in the next to the back door for my wife. It's a very, very pretty little shed. I wish I could send you a picture of it because it's gorgeous. I will send you a picture of it, but I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, so what I wanted to do is get the electricity sorted out back for the workshops again. Now the problem is it's all right behind cupboards and things. You have to pull everything out to get to the socket. Now I got in there and I found out that the reason why we no longer had any electricity in the workshop anymore was because the lady electrician had disconnected it. That was her fix on that day. I know how to fix this family's house. I'll just disconnect the electricity down to there. It's like,
here, Dunk, let me show everybody that picture you just sent in. There's the shed.
You bastard. I'll send you a proper one in a minute. But no, okay, so I think, right, okay, you stupid bitch, you just disconnected it. That's why it works. But then I looked in even closer, and there was like this new wire going from the socket. So you got to imagine this is just like a spur switch that sends. You throw the switch, it sends electricity down the line on a single line as a spur down to the workshop. Look, tell me if I'm boring you. Now,
no, go.
So I found out, took it apart, and this is the wire there. What the fuck's that wire doing there? And I followed the wire back, and it goes behind another cupboard, into another socket. So I'm thinking, okay, so you disconnected the electricity that the switch was working for the workshop, but you've added a new wire that goes back to another socket, so it's doing fuck all. Right, okay. Now the problem was, here's the big problem. The new wire she installed basically meant that the switch was no longer active. So it doesn't matter whether you switched it on or off, the electricity was still running down the line.
Helpful in a safety situation.
Yeah, to the main. Yeah, so I was just about to go in there, to start, changing, putting the electricity back and getting it all sorted. Took the panel off and thinking, oh no, I'll just check first. I'll throw in the switch, but I'll check. Yeah, and it was fucking live.
Dear God, man. It's better to find, at least you didn't find out because you were across the room all of a sudden going, what the hell just happened?
I know. I mean, this is the moral of the story. I don't know what she was thinking of doing. I think she was trying to rework it so instead of just like a spur socket, it was becoming part of the ring main, but it's not because it was two spurs connected together. But you put it on the fucking load side of the switch, not the supply side of the switch.
But that's like calling an electrician and saying, I got this one breaker and it just keeps tripping, like it's really old, it needs to be dealt with, and they run a bypass. No, I want a new breaker, idiot.
Yeah, you just shove 3 screwdrivers in it, and or putting a nail across the fuse and stuff like that. It's like, I'm no electrician, but Jesus Christ Almighty, I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So there's the moral of the story. Don't go woke. Don't hire female electricians. I'm not having a go at female electricians. There's probably some really good ones out there, but what was going on there?
But this is prevalent in all areas.
My son's just walked in. He's heard me going on about female electricians, and he's already laughing.
Oh yeah, no, he's come out with web links to OnlyFans, I'm sure.
Cameron, how stupid was the electrics?
Very, but not because of the woman.
Not because of the woman. The woman.
No, it was just
no,
a shit.
Not because women.
Yeah,
no, not because of women. Yeah, in general.
It's just a shitty job, and it could have been anybody, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Women are very pretty.
Yeah, it could have been a 70-year-old trans Pakistani person, right? It doesn't matter. You still suck.
But this is the thing that I can't stand is you hire professionals, you pay out your pocket for these professionals, and they just do shitty jobs.
Yeah, it's prevalent these days, though. There's so many people that think they're, on point when it comes to this kind of stuff, and they're barely qualified to make a burger. Like you see it a lot. I called a guy because my dryer had died, and he advised me to get rid of it and get a new one because it was really old and it would be impossible to get the parts and stuff. And he didn't charge me, and he fucked off. So I instead
at least he didn't charge you.
True, but in a town my size, that's kind of how it works. So I looked it up online and found out that a common fault is the high heat temperature sensor. So I bypassed it quick. The dryer turned on and worked properly, and I found one online and I ordered it, and it was $18, and I put it in myself.
Yeah.
Now, I'm good with computers and mechanical things, and I can diagnose a dead VCR sometimes, that kind of thing, right? So, but the way I looked it up just by common faults and found what it was, I didn't diagnose the fault, the internet did, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that is one of the amazing things about the internet I've found is that you can actually become knowledgeable about stuff which you have no recourse to know about. Like washing machines, dryers, and
that's right,
dishwashers, and replacing filters, and God knows what.
But don't do the search on YouTube, or else they will think that you're a repair person for this stuff, and your recommended feed will be full of it. What you do is do the search on like Bing or DuckDuck or something that won't screw with your life and your recommended feeds. Trust me.
Yeah, because well, I've done it. I've used YouTube to repair things, and it's been very, very good. But like Dick says, it will say, oh, You liked repairing your washing machine using this technique.
Exactly.
Here's 3,000 of the videos on the same subject.
I know.
I fixed it. I fixed it. You fucker.
Yeah, how many sets of appliances do you have? Do you think my name is Hotel 67? Like, you know? What's that blonde bimbo's name that from the hotel? You know, yeah, my name isn't Hilton. You know?
Yeah. Oh my god.
So
that's my. Oh yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, you line up. I was gonna get you the little picture of my shed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You got to see it. The craftsmanship is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Michael says, I use the internet to show me how to replace my car's electric window motors and armatures. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's so many great.
Oh, car repairs. Car repairs is amazing.
Yeah.
To learn on YouTube.
Yeah. I had to do some work on my, the last car I worked on wrench-wise was my 944 Turbo. And through a couple of forums, I learned everything I need to know. But again, I'm comfortable with wrenches, right? You know, I got no problems pulling an engine if I got the right tools. You know, I'm not sure that I could rebuild it, but, you know, I'll get it out of there.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, now how do I do this?
Well, the thing is, I struggle to try to remember how I used to do these sort of things because you know I did actually take two cars, strip them down, and build one good car out of them. But I was thinking, how the hell did I manage to do that without using the internet?
Yeah.
And I just don't know how I did it. Oh my god!
Probably Haynes manuals.
No, I didn't buy them. You know, they're useless.
Oh, no, I disagree. Okay, here we go. Here is the real shed.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Look at that craftsmanship. Look, you see how the how it lines up on the door and the sides. You know, all the slats.
You can't even see the seams of the Lego. The paint job is so good.
What are you looking at?
I want to know what the craftsmanship was. But
yeah, my shed.
No, it's good.
We're showing the lovely people on the internet. My shed.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah. that was a 5-star review from my son.
But yeah, it looks good. There's a suspicious absence of a door handle, so I can only conclude once you get locked inside that, you're not coming out. It's probably has something to do with the neighbors, but you know that's okay.
Yeah, that's just the doorway to the lift to the dungeon to the sex dungeon.
Yeah. Once because look, it is wide enough for a proper set of stairs. And once you go down those set of stairs, all you need is the code that I can't tell you, but it's 13579, and you are in a paradise of leather and chains. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all of that is was built with using repurposed, or should I say recycled, upcycled timbers, wood, just shit that people just throw in skips.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And brand new paint. I've not been able to figure out a way to recycle paint. It's not quite that fresh.
No, because I mean, even if you just burn it for heat, it's awful. You know, it's terrible. I have to do that thing where I get up to get a drink. So this is where you give me shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So hold on a second here. I gotta get up.
You get up and I'll do the shit thing. Right, there goes Dick Dawson off to go and get a drink. The little fucking lazy bastard can't have a little drink next to him ready to go. I have my my box of wine and my ready to go with me 24/7. maybe even more often than that. So I don't have to get up, and I don't even have to go to the toilet because I just drink it. So there's no time wasted whatsoever. I don't think I think he's standing off camera. It doesn't normally take him this long. I think he's just standing there waiting and watching me die as I try to fill this airspace while he's drinking his drink. Get your drink, you fucking moron. Either that is he's squeezing the local Scotsman for another glass of whiskey. But anyway, there he is.
I know how to do this. No, I'm having a mixed drink tonight, right? So it took an extra second. Oh.
Yeah.
Tonight, this afternoon, but whatever.
Yep. The sun has crossed the yard arm.
Yeah. Yeah. You said something I was going to respond to, but I've already lost it. So Har, Billy. Have you ever been to sea? No, Captain
No.
Highliner, but I've blown ashore a couple times.
I've blown a gasket. Oh no, that doesn't. That's not funny. That doesn't work.
Oh, sometimes all you can do is grab your pot, fellow babies. I tell you.
Hey, I tell you what. You guys got to become members to our channel because we will be doing movie nights in the future. Using our Dick Flicks special.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching on Dick Flicks the other night. I was watching Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And the Dial of Destiny.
That's right.
Yeah. I shouldn't really, but Well,
No,
I was.
I haven't watched it yet, so don't you be doing anything, bad or whatnot. But
no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna spoil it, because I thought it was quite interesting because when it came out, there was a lot of hatred towards it, and and I get the feeling a lot of this has stemmed from people and their hatred of the Star Wars franchise and just basically how Lucasfilm just turned things into shit. It's not Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark is still probably the best of the Indiana Jones film by far. But it wasn't that bad.
There's a thing.
It was quite good.
You can't beat nostalgia. And even Harrison Ford decided to be a part of it. So you've either got to call him out for taking a paycheck for BS, or you've got to go into it with a more open mind and not already have this, I've been in the forums long enough to know better attitude. And that's really what's going on. The internet is ruining shit.
Yes, it is. Because the thing is, Harrison Ford was pretty good in it. And obviously, generally he plays an old man in it, but he plays it right. I thought he's not overdoing. He's not doing that sort of like, I'm getting too old for this shit sort of thing. He does do a few things where you think that you should probably think that an old man probably wouldn't do, but yeah, it's all right. But Indiana Jones, he's a hero.
It's a
he's
movie.
allowed.
Suspend reality, for God's sakes. The same people bitching probably watch Transformers, for God's sakes. Fuck.
And probably bitched about that as well.
Yeah, well, that's true, but yeah.
But I tell you what thing. The one thing is though, the first 20 or 30 minutes of it is young Harrison Ford.
Oh, okay, cool.
And now I didn't see it on the big screen, so obviously it's hard to truly judge.
Mm-hmm.
But the work they did to fill that airtime with younger Harrison Ford, I thought was pretty darn good.
Was it?
Pretty, yeah.
Who plays younger Harrison?
Harrison Ford.
Oh, they digitized it all.
Yeah.
So they didn't bring in like a River Phoenix like early days, right?
No. It's young Harrison Ford. You remember from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Wow.
And it actually looks pretty darn good. It's I'm not too sure exactly the techniques they use. It's not pure digital. I don't know if it was what do you call it? Not the face replacement, the deep fake.
Right.
I think it's a combination of deep fake, CGI, and all kinds of stuff. So they have like full control over everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
like
pretty,
they did with
it was-
Moth. What's his name there? That was pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, well, Grand Moff. No, that wasn't good. People, I thought it wasn't bad for the time.
I thought it was really good for the time. I mean, sure, it had a slight video game thing, but for the love of God, they recreated the guy to about 95% perfect.
Yeah. No, a lot of people complain about it. Even hindsight is the greatest tool in the in the industry.
Internet forum masters are the greatest tools, but
Yeah, well, the thing is, when you see things like that, when you first see it, you go, bloody hell, that's really good. That's really good. And then the other people that come on the internet say, nah, I don't think it's really good. Well, can I like to see you do any better? It's just like, how the fuck do you do that? It's so hard.
Yeah.
And okay, they got 95% of the way there. It wasn't the full on, 100%. It was 95% there that no one has ever achieved before, and you go, wow, it wasn't 100%. No, it wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
What do you expect? Do you want us to dig him up and just like reanimate him? We'll just get our animatronics team. We'll just get his corpse and just work on him and make him a robot. What do you want?
But Hollywood starts investing in biology and reanimation, right? We'll just bring him out. Dig him up. We got another role for him. It's just
But but this is the whole thing about it's like viewer expectation on movies these days is I don't think I'd want to make a movie today, but once upon a time it was my dream to be a movie maker. I don't think I'd want to be a film producer or a director these days, because you're just going to get dragged over the coals no matter what.
Yeah,
I mean there have been some really, really bad decisions.
Well,
on a lot of movies, but
now this leads directly to a theory of mine. I think exactly this is the reason why you've got way less credibility in media these days, because a lot of people have given up and just gone, okay, we'll appease the high level guys that answer to the stock market, and we'll appease the focus groups, and that's all we can do now, right?
Yeah,
I would say the indie scene is more important than ever now, and it's also important for us to broaden our horizons and get to there, because that's where you're going to find real creativity, at least in story writing. Never mind big budget effects and stuff. Find yourself a movie as good as the original Reservoir Dogs in 2023.
Yeah, but the funny thing is nobody supports the indie.
That's right. There's no money there
industry.
at all. It's too much risk, and they won't take risk anymore. It has to be profit now. It used to be okay for Hollywood studios to put out 10 movies and have 3 be hits because everything was okay. They had profit. But the stock markets and stuff won't accept that anymore. They all have to be on point or it's over. Right.
Well, the thing is, what used to happen is you'd have your tentpole movies, your big budget movies, are going to be like the summer or Christmas movies, and then you would make some other like left of center films.
That's right.
Which may become a massive hit. And sometimes a real low budget film can become a massive hit.
It's happened many times, right? Like, do you remember back in the late 70s, the movie Arthur with Dudley Moore?
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge movie, and I bet it cost them about $18 million to make or something back then. You know what I mean? Like, it's just simply following them around with cameras. There's hardly any stunts or anything. You know?
No, I don't know. 18 million probably paid Dudley Moore's fee.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
like, it wasn't a high budget movie, and everybody made serious cabbage off that
No,
film.
I'm talking, you low budget movies where you don't even, you barely pay any actors. Yeah, some like, in the chat there, Blair Witch Project gets mentioned.
Yeah. I couldn't watch that movie, all the shaky and whatnot. I couldn't do that.
I didn't like it, but
It worked.
It set the stage for every other movie since.
Oh God. Even
the found footage.
Even by the end of the Bourne movies, the Ultimatum, all the action shots were just like this, and it was just too much.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
You go back to the first Bourne movie when the two, I think it's Soviet people, find him on the park bench. And they're like, where are your papers? And he instantly does a few totally cool fight moves and takes like the bats off him and whatnot. And it was not all shaky camera. It was properly filmed. I don't know why they had to fall into that. Sucks. Because I do like all three movies.
Yeah, it's a style choice.
It works to me. It works better in like TV and stuff where the budget's a bit lower and they're trying to hide a few things. But it's a Matt Damon movie that we all know and love. Just let us see it. But whiny, cry, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to form in my head if I can give you any like sensible reason for it, but no, it is just a style choice.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got somebody running upstairs and you jerk the camera around a bit to really give the eyeballs something like, here and there, I could see that maybe, but just doing it all the time, it just gets tiresome.
Well, I do think it's kind of funny that people spent years and years and years developing the Steadicam.
Yeah,
and then they go, right, chuck that in the bin.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do it, with an iPhone running up the steps. Well, we're gonna just strap it to my cap, and we'll just run around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I like the more steady, but each to their own, I guess. I don't know.
Well, maybe in the future that will be like a feature you can turn on and off.
Yeah, like on your phone,
on your Blu-ray. Yeah. You'll actually get the Blu-ray or whatever. You'll say, "Can I have the Steadicam, the stabilized version, or do you want the shaky version?"
With the studio computer I have and the badass chip in it and everything, I could probably take an old Bourne movie and just stabilize some scenes.
I have done that with some old movies and changed stuff. Yeah. I was working on this grand opus epic of before Blade Runner got its like super duper re-release. I was working on a new version of it a long time ago, where I was fixing all the visual effects in it and changing stuff and and unfortunately the hard drive died and I lost the whole fucking
Oh no!
Yeah, no, I wish I still had that. I never finished the project because it was like, it's Blade Runner, it's a massive project. But I got about three-quarters of about a third of the way through, maybe.
Oh man! Well, see, with the new server, we have parody and everything and backup. So
yeah, bit late.
Yeah, a little.
No, I've learned how to back up stuff now.
Yeah, but it wasn't too long ago that big storage was expensive, so having backups was like very luxurious, right?
Well, exactly. When we were working on Band of Brothers, our Macs had 36 gigabytes hard drive, so you could work on about three or four shots. You could work on about 3 or 4 shots.
Yeah.
Before you had to get rid of it, and then it went on to a tape backup.
Oh yeah.
God, what was that called again? I can't remember now, but it was like really slow.
Yeah.
Really slow backup system.
Yeah.
So you could back it up onto that tape. God help you if you wanted to get it back off that tape.
Oh,
because that takes it even longer.
Yeah, you might as well go on vacation.
Yeah. So we would be backing up. We'd do our shots and then clear the hard drive, and put it back. Yeah. Now 36 gigabytes. Well, that's on your phone. What are you talking about? What are you crying about, old man? with your 36 whimsical gigabytes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the storage these days is crazy, right? But with the switch to SSDs, all these electric drives, it is funny how we went from having 2 or 3 terabytes as your boot drive to, you're back to 250 gigs,
Yes.
and we had to build back up, right?
Yeah, you have to relearn how to be,
Efficient.
nimble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was one of the things. Is like, even going back to the days when I was using my Sinclair Spectrum, or my ZX81.
Yeah.
you have the 1K ZX81.
Yeah.
Or you had the 16K RAM pack. Wow, I can write as many lines as I like now. It's like you weren't limited to 10 lines of code before you run out of memory.
Yeah, but on the ZX81, the screen would start shrinking in height as you ran out of memory, right? Oh, that was an awesome little system. It was an overgrown calculator that was turned into a computer in such an affordable little, would you like to build it yourself or would you like us to put it together? That was a really cool thing. I
loved it.
It was only good, and you'll agree here, it was only useful to people who were willing to learn it proper, not just go, but I want it to, like bells and whistles, right? But but it forced you to learn code.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that I spent more time programming it than I did, playing other games and stuff like that.
Yeah, my first computer was a TRS-80. They didn't even call it a Model 1 at the time. And then we got a Commodore PET. So I had more fun making things for it than I did playing things, because in 1980, in small town in Ontario, Canada, where was I going to? Yeah, trash 80, PJ. But where, I didn't exactly have a store where they had 1,000 and there was, the internet yet. No. And, I didn't have a modem until 82, right? For BBS boards,
Well, the funny thing is when I moved up to the Sinclair Spectrum, which is like a year later, and I still came off the back of the ZX81, so I spent a lot of my time programming and making games.
Yeah,
and then slowly but surely you start having friends at school who've also got Sinclair Spectrums, but they're not programming.
Right.
They're just getting cassette games.
They're just playing, yeah.
They're getting cassette games and swapping. And I mean, yes, the quality of the cassette games were better than the ones I were knocking out, but it was I was thinking it was so hard to really come to realize that I was spending all my time sitting programming, and they're just fucking playing the games.
I had when I had my Commodore VIC-20, because I had a small stack of cartridge games for it, and I had the cassette and some cassettes as well. By the time I had my VIC-20, I had discovered phreaking, so I was going to BBS boards all over North America and stuff, right? I had a good collection of stuff. And I'd bring my friends over and I'd be like, look, I can make it do this and that, and I'm making this game. And they'd just be like, I want to play Gorf. And they were just, dim-witted shits, Oh, sorry. Shit.
You mean it's it didn't work, did it?
Yeah, no, it didn't. I got nothing there.
Yeah, I don't think I've loaded up the app. Yeah, no, it is kind of strange because there was that moment in computing when it was all available. It was all out there for you to become a computer programmer and to understand. And then all of a sudden, in
gone.
6 months,
It was gone.
it was a switch to just use it for games.
Yeah, as soon as people realized how hard it was to learn to code, but you could just grab somebody else's tape and play the game, we got lazy people interested, and that's where the software industry went boom. But The early computers were not sold based on go to the store and buy Microsoft Word. They were,
No.
here's the book that teaches you how to do what you need to. You were expected to write your own software to manage your finances and blah, blah, right?
Yeah,
You know?
there was
Yeah.
no, that was it. Sinclair Spectrum book. It was all about basic programming from front end to back.
Yeah.
It's how to program it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the book.
Yeah, it was fun days, man. It was really fun days. I love that. Very, very fun stuff.
Just amazing how quickly the landscape changed.
And well, it's the same thing. Like, look at it nowadays. Here we Greg Watkins sent in a direct donation, $7 Canadian. Boom, boom, Slava Ukraine.
Damn it! Not for the NASA truck. We're never going to get it this rate.
Oh, it keeps going up in value. It's really hard chasing that dream, isn't
Jesus.
it? Yeah.
$42 million for a tire.
It just sounds like more alcohol to me.
Maybe we should look somewhere else.
We'll make this pledge. Until we get that NASA van, we will keep drinking. Is that good?
Until we get that NASA van, there'll be no more donations to Ukraine.
I can't do that. if we get enough,
If I see Mercado Media driving through Ukraine with that NASA van, I will be so pissed because that means everybody's donating $422 trillion to him.
okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. We'll have to call him out for that. We'll have to meet him for beer at the bar, and then have to
Arm wrestle for the keys.
No, we'll get him out back in the alley to smoke one, and That's our van. No way.
The Scooby Mobile.
I'm still shocked that thing was up for auction like it was some big deal because it was like everything was so out of date on it. It was hilarious.
How much? I can't remember. How much was it actually?
I think it was already up to like $20,000. And
even that sounds quite a lot for that band.
yeah, because it was just like old CRT screens and shitty old cameras and stuff.
No, take all that out of it, even just for the van.
Well, in this day and age with the used car market, an old van like that that's been well maintained and stuff is probably worth 10 grand.
Hey, we got a super chat in. CF Beauty sent us $5 for beer money.
Woohoo!
You mean that's Dick's beer money? I won't see a penny of that.
Well, you never know now, do you? No, we have to figure all that out, but we'll do that, on a more,
I get it after it's passed through him.
I drink it, then I share it. No, that's, come on now. People are going to believe you. Don't be doing that. No.
Excuse me.
Recently, Dunk went and got himself an amazing new mattress. It is one large box of wine, and it gets replaced daily.
Well, that's the thing. A box of wine. They come with those little plastic baggies inside with the wine. Once you're done, you just inflate them and just shove them in a duvet cover.
There you go.
That works.
Yeah, they're like blow-up beds for relatives.
Yeah, it's like an airbed. Yeah, exactly. Keep the wine in. It's a waterbed.
Yeah, and you can give their kids the box to play with, right? Boom, there you go.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got you an empty box that you can turn into a spaceship. Now fuck off.
He's got me an Xbox 360. No. It's a box of an Xbox. Now make something with it like I had to do when I was a child.
Yeah, you give them the box to an Xbox, but inside is everything you need to make your favorite sandwich. Now make my sandwich and you can play with the box when you're done. It sounds like a fair trade to me, but I'm gonna have to do that drink thing in a second again.
Oh, you're just knocking them back.
Yeah,
CF, that wasn't enough.
It turns out, yeah, your idea for getting a little bar cooler to sit by me is probably not a bad idea.
And a bartender, a waiter, a barman.
I looked up a bar cooler, like a little bar fridge, and I can get one for $700 million. Yeah.
Fundraiser.
Yeah.
We should have. You should just have little optics on the wall behind you, and you just go. Little soda. Just put up.
I could put the little valves that you put for like gerbils, and I could just. I could have my own bar at the background without the wheel. I'm not doing that. Richard's donating a mere billion. Well, thank you for the meager yet helpful effort, Richard. Thank you.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. But it's not a bad idea. It's not.
It's an excellent idea.
Yeah. I might have the odd person that comes over and says, really? You need a bar fridge at your computer? You should get up more. Well, it's not that I live here. It's just when I'm here, I'm thirsty.
Yes. and we want to see consummate professionalism from you.
Yeah, for once. Okay, there's nothing for it, so I'm going to put
Go get your drink. Go get your drink. Oh,
Hold on a minute.
I think something to chat about in the chat.
Oh, I'm sure you'll say something properly stupid.
Come on, chat. What you got? What are you going to give me? Come on. Throw something at me in the chat. Anything. Throw me a fish. Throw me a bone. Maybe a dog named Bud Light. Shills, I live next door to Dick Dawson, Andrew Petrie. Shh. Canadians are better drinkers than English. Oh, shut up. No, they're not. I challenged Dick to a drinking contest. I tell you what was interesting. Talking about Canadians, that Queen Dildano, what her name is, went into some Canadian town recently and got booed out by the residents. They were basically told them to fuck off. Do you remember the Queen of Canada? The self-declared Queen of Canada. Yeah, she drove into the town with her RV. Yes, and the town just like scooted her out because they just didn't want her there. Saskatchewan, it was. Yeah, not interested.
Okay.
And the thirsty bugger's back again.
Yeah, I had to check on Felix there really quick, too. I just wanted to make sure, that he's on his feet and he was kind of giving it a little groove thing and whatnot. And he's singing Huey Lewis, The Power of Love. He's addicted to the Back to the Future movies right now. So, yeah. So things
Excellent.
are good. Back to normal.
Excellent.
Yeah. We're having our burrito night tonight where his favorite actor right now outside of John Belushi or Monty Python is Eugenio Derbez or Eugenio. I'm not really sure how you would do that, but he's a Mexican guy that came up through to Hollywood and he's done a lot of things. And Felix loves him. So tonight we're having burrito night and we're watching one of his movies. It should be fun. He's going to love it.
Now, I gotta ask you. I'm sure I've asked you before. I'm sure we talked about it, but I can't remember because I'm a brain-addled old man soaked in wine.
Same with me.
Whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey.
Yeah, he's a John Belushi fan. Have you guys watched 1941?
Yes.
What do you think of 1941?
I actually, to be honest, have fell asleep watching it twice. Felix has seen it about 100 times, and.
What about you guys in the chat? Because what I find is most North Americans absolutely hate 1941. I love it.
I didn't fall asleep to it because of boredom with the movie or anything, but both times we tried to watch it, I was exhausted. I was having fibromyalgia a day, and I was just, feet up on the coffee table. I was done, man. So, it happens more often than not.
Yeah. I think it also depends which edit you watch, because the longer version is a bit strained. We had a really good edit in Britain on the TV broadcast, and it was really good, short and snappy.
Any here, a question for the chat. I don't think you're gonna be a fan, but any Miyazaki fans in the chat there? Studio Ghibli,
I know Miyazaki. He's brilliant. Studio Ghibli is fantastic.
But I knew you were going to say that. I didn't want you to say that before people reacted, right? I didn't want, influence, right? But
it's shit. It's rubbish. It's Japanese.
Yeah, my son's
remember Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, my son's all-time favorite is Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, and I believe I've watched that movie 1,000 times.
Why that one in particular? Do you think?
He loves Patrick Stewart, and aside from that, I think it's the clarity of the story, while being driven by beautiful visuals. Like, he's been watching that movie since he was 3 years old.
Yeah, but they're still bonkers. You talk about stories. The stories are bonkers.
Yeah, but he's had so long of liking it. Even when he was so young, he was just paying attention to the visuals, that he had time to grow into it, right? Nausicaa is the reason why he liked Patrick Stewart so much, that when he discovered Star Trek: The Next Generation and whatnot, we watched every episode, right? Yeah.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart. Don't like him. Oh God!
Yeah.
Next Generation. How many times did they make episodes of the Next Generation with Patrick Stewart? I'm not doing enough acting. I'm a thespian actor, and I want to do more acting. Let's do an episode where I am acting. I am the captain, and I am acting because I am acting in it because we're actors.
But Dunk, can you imagine how many times he went home on Friday to his hotel during the first season? Oh, Mr. Stewart, will you be staying another week? Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, but only weekly, right? Only weekly.
Yeah. Oh. Wait, what time is the all-you-can-eat buffet open?
I remember a look back on it. It was from like the 90s, 98 or something. And they had one of the executive producers, and he outright said in the interview, well, we had counselor Deanna Troy looking like some galactic cheerleader in season 1. And her role was just... Oh man, the season 1 only saves itself at the very end, and then starts to turn into an okay show. But you had to be...
I can't remember. How did it end on season 1?
Oh, that was with those little weird prehistoric...
Oh yes, the bug things in people's necks.
Yeah,
the little tails.
But the only reason that show survived season 1 was in that period of history on television. People like us were desperate for anything science fiction, and here came Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it didn't matter how bad some of the episodes were, like Gumto and whatnot. We were all over it,
Yeah. It's like the first episode. The encounter at Farpoint is not a very good episode.
Terrible. It's terrible.
But like you say, it's Star Trek.
But by the time you get to the episode where Picard lives an entire life because of some probe beaming his head, and afterwards he gets to keep the flute. If you listen in Star Trek Picard, the new show, when they do the theme at the very end, do-do-do, you can hear that flute play under the note. It's there. It's a total Easter egg. It's really cool.
Very, very clever.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good episode of Star Trek, and there were some absolute gems.
One of the reasons it's such a good Star Trek episode is because Picard's one of the only cast members in it for the most part. But the reason it's so good is they let him be an actor outside of the uniform and the protocol and everything. And there's episodes like that really let people shine. Not LeVar Burton, but, others.
Oh, poor LeVar.
I'm not a fan. I love him.
Well, that's the thing. Sorry, go on.
I love him as a children's educator and stuff and reading Rainbow, so I'm not dumping on him. But I was not a Geordi episode-centric fan. They were usually dull.
Well, it was usually about him trying to get his end away with some chick who didn't want him.
And it's always about
relationships, sort of stuff.
Geordi's one of those people where LeVar Burton in Star Trek, I don't know if he was directed that way or not. So again, I'm not trying to judge the actor, but whispers mean intense emotion. And I'm sorry, but anytime I get intense with people, I don't start whispering at them.
Speak up.
This. Yeah.
Speak up.
I'm so Hollywood whispers don't mean intensity. Get over it.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're right on that one. Absolutely.
Yeah. Can't stand that.
But no, there was a lot of episodes. I didn't like a lot of episodes when you say it brought the actor to the forefront. They got to do something different. I kind of didn't like that sort of side of things. I wished they just like played the game. Oh yeah, Andrew Petrie in the chat says, I love Q. Q was probably the best. He was probably the best thing in it.
Especially after Farpoint, when I think John DeLance was just so charismatic. The directors were just like, relax, let him do his thing. Don't over-direct him.
Yeah, just start him off, kick him into the scene, and cameras roll.
Exactly. Because boy, that guy could own the camera. I'm surprised he doesn't have an amazing career behind him, but he's only just here and there.
He has. He's like all of them, though. They all have kind of like an amazing career on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Well, he's done a lot of things, and when you look through it, I mean, he must have done okay, and owns a house and stuff. But I mean. But I could see him as somebody who could lead like a detective series and so on and blah blah. Like he has charisma. I'm shocked he didn't get more.
I'm surprised they didn't do a spin-off Star Trek series
on him. Yeah.
A Q one.
I thought they were doing that when they had Corbin Burnson and the little pretty blonde in that episode and whatnot. When But they brought different Q in, and it really looked like it was going to expand. But then Q never made it to Deep Space Nine, but nothing interesting did for the first year anyway.
They just stole it from Babylon 5. Fuckers.
Let's leave Star Trek here and go to some other things. Otherwise, this will just keep going, right?
Yeah. Go on then.
Yeah.
What was your topic choice? Change it.
Well, remakes of movies and TV shows. When have they worked and when were they awful?
They've worked mostly on older movies.
Yeah.
It's like really old movies, whether it's like kind of like remade them, like 70s, 80s, 90s. And then they try to remake them again. That's when they start to fail. I'm trying to think of any off the top of my head, and I can't think of any of the really, really old ones that got remade.
Well, look at this. Look at this for an example. Sorry, but again, we just went to Star Trek, but we had that Chris Pine and company come in and do that whole new Star Trek universe of 3 movies. But now the Star Trek TV shows that are doing really well on television are honoring the original timeline. So do those movies even exist? Like, that's weird stuff, you know?
I think there's. I mean, I'm not really following a lot of the modern Trek stuff. I think some of them kind of like dip into the Kelvin timeline as well. I think
Strange New Worlds with Captain Pike is a great show. I highly recommend it.
I don't particularly like it.
Really?
I've tried.
Wow. I don't think you got past the first couple episodes where they were all focused on, yeah, but I die in 10 years, right? You know.
Yeah, I've seen some of the. I haven't seen the series, and I haven't seen the second series. But there are certain things about it that turn me off, like the whole musical bit, and they had the guy from the future who comes back, but he's also in the animated series.
Yeah, hold on. Don't blow anything for people.
There
was
just like weird stuff. It's like, well, can't you just like do it?
But it was still all very honest to the Trek past. Like
my son said an interesting thing though. He says none of them are as campy as the original series.
Oh, I disagree there.
I had the same sort of argument with him. Is it?
I disagree, especially.
Especially if you could have a musical episode of Strange New Worlds. How campy can you get?
Yeah, that's and there's even more things in the second season. I can't bring it up because it would ruin it for you guys. But if you're one of the mods that work with CF Beauty, make sure you talk to us in the background because all of this stuff is on DickFlix. It's actually a Plex server, but
Dawson's Complex.
Yeah. What do we got here? We're an hour and 17 in. We're 10 minutes to 5 o'clock my way. We're not bad. I got about 20, 30 minutes. What about yourself?
Well, we're boring everybody. Oh, no. We got a super chat.
Let me do this because I got the voice changer ready. The Croat coming in for $6.66. Shills moderators are now known as the Dead Red Shirts.
They are very much alive.
That's funny. So all moderators get a coupon to the merch store for a red version of a Shills shirt.
Hey, no, there's an idea. We get a Shills t-shirt. I got this red t-shirt. I didn't die.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah. No. And for anybody out there that knows tech and stuff, if you understand, it's a twin Xeon real server box with dual power supply, 16 cores, yada yada, hordes of RAM, big beefy amounts of drives in this massive loud box that I have to have downstairs, otherwise it would drive me crazy. So we do have a good setup for people. We try to make it, cool to hang out, right?
Yeah,
and coming up,
Dick loves it. It's his little love baby.
Yeah. And coming up very soon, we're gonna do our once a month movie night where all of the anybody can watch online as we're hanging out talking about the movie and stuff, but the there's a way it works, right?
The stream would go through Discord because so we're not going through the copyright system of YouTube,
right?
But you can still hang out with us while we're watching it.
Yeah.
It's probably just better to do for members only because there'd be no point.
To join us live on the show talking about the movie as it goes, you got to be one of the members. But watching the video in the Discord and watching us talk about it on YouTube combined is still open to everybody to do. That's it, right?
Well, I don't know. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to do it. We'll have to do one and see how we think it's going to play out. But it should be whatever it's going to be. It's you know it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And it'll be movies that we've all seen. So it's no problem to like hang out and chit chat a little bit over it. Like, oh my God, that was funny as hell and blah, blah, like, right.
Maybe it'll be something that we haven't seen.
That's true. And then depending on who's free and stuff, maybe we could squeeze in 2 a month here and there, but there's no guarantees or anything. We're trying for 1 for sure, right? And we'll see how it goes,
Yeah, we used to do a movie night at home with the kids, like once every like Monday night would do the movie night.
Yeah.
And we still got a stack of DVDs we haven't gone through yet.
Yeah. And
that all disappeared. Oh, lordy, Mr. Walsh is in the chat there. Do you want to get that?
Steve Walsh, one of the big super supporters around here. So let me just hit this one here as I read it out. Stephen Walsh for $50 in the super chat. Rick the Ukrainian stream was freaking awesome yesterday. You're damn right it was.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. And having Mercado show up surprise yesterday with Starsky was damn awesome too. Steven, thank you very much. Big super chat, man. Thank you very much. Very cool.
He's a funny dude, Rick.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna set it up so my Plex server for the Shills will be able to be a room in the Discord server, but only for music playback. And you guys will be able to type a command in and see a list of the bands. And then you could type in a command and see a list of the songs. And you could go play this, play that, make a playlist, whatever you want. That'll be open to everybody in the Discord coming up.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it's just music. The bandwidth is nothing. It can play all day. I don't care, right?
Yeah, it's not that. It's the technicalities of just being able to do that.
I've already got it set up. All I have to do is I have to get a hold of my internet provider. Remember, my request to do, I'm not even going to say it just for security's sake, but you know what I had to request, right? It must not have gone through. So I'm doing it again to get that done for the final steps for our thing, right? I'm not saying it just because, little script kiddies, you never know, right? So let's see here. What do we got? 123. God, we don't want to be too long. Any rants and raves of things that have pissed you off this week in society that, the stupid that make a fuss over something that should be simple?
More than I could choose from. I can't think of anything.
I know, right?
It's just so much.
I really think we're getting to a point where the average person's just got to relax a bit. When you see something that isn't just perfect for you, you don't have to flip right out. Just take a deep breath, relax a little,
Yeah. Pizza on pineapple, totally fine.
Yeah, I've seen huge 12-inch pizzas balanced on a pineapple before. It can be done.
No, not pizza on pineapple. You did it backwards.
No, you did. I responded to you. So, what did you learn today, Dunk? What should we leave the viewers with as we, put things to pasture and lay it to rest?
Yeah, electricians. If you hire a professional, you should be allowed to kick them in the bollocks if they have any when they don't do the work right. Yeah, it's like we had builders in and they fitted the shower in a bathroom, right? But they fitted the pipes for the shower in the middle of the wall, in between the wall and the door. So they basically put the pipes centered in that point. But the thing is, there's the actual shower tray is not covering that entire width. So it's smaller. So they didn't put the points where you mount the shower in the right place. So it's like 8 inches too far over to the right. So I have to I fit the pipes, fit the shower to those pipes, and then have to angle the shower head over at an angle because it's not straight. These are fucking professionals. It's like sometimes just the professionals just don't know what they're doing. They really don't.
Yeah, you can see that Dunk's got an issue on this. It's only come up every 15 minutes.
I just hate so-called professionals.
Yeah.
They're fucking morons.
I learned that no matter what you do, all it takes is one tiny little boo-hoo-hoo to make everybody go, wow, what's wrong with you? So that wasn't bad, right? I made that up on the spot. But maybe the moral of the story is anytime that you think something is slightly off or whatever, what you should do instead of posting it on Twitter, Facebook, and yada, yada, blah, 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 is just sleep on it and see if it's worth it later. And, maybe a lot of things aren't really things and a lot of more people can just go yabba dabba doo and have a great time.
Hey, another story. Patrick Stewart is a terrible actor. If you look at some of the old, it's like was it the Royal Shakespeare Company?
End on this? Really?
Wait. When he was in the Royal Shakespeare Company, there's some what would you call on YouTube? What do you call them? When they're like doing tutorials on acting and stuff like that.
Sperm sponges?
No, there's no sperm sponges of Patrick Stewart. But there are some videos of Patrick Stewart overacting his little ass off in these demonstrations of acting with the Royal Shakespeare. The Royal Shakespeare Company was glad to see the back of him when he went to go work in that little sci-fi show. I guarantee it. That's my last thought on Patrick Stewart.
Little Patrick Stewart. Okay, that's funny. I got to get a Patrick Stewart action figure just so I can hold him up now and then and have him dance. All right. Let me know if you got a Patrick Stewart action figure that's like just some cheap, not like a collectible. I'll buy it off you for a few bucks. You could send it over or something, please. I have to have one now.
Make it so.
All right, fellow babies. And remember, when it comes to your partner in life, the one that you cuddle up with and pleasure and whatnot,
Not the wife, then.
Yeah, if they don't find you good looking, you should at least be useful. So get out there and fix a toilet or maybe mend a fence and you might get laid. All
Build
right?
a shed.
Make yourself useful and get some. Good night, fellow babies.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Hey, everybody. We got to do a huge thanks here to CF Beauty and the mod team. Liam Wakefield's been helping a lot as well. Shayna, we got Catalin, BME. Am I forgetting anybody? Am I fucking this right up? Let me just look and see. Yeah. We got to get David Worley, Janine, Tone Ottenson, the crowd in there. There we go. What else do we say there, dude?
Well, we also got a super chat, a late one from Stephen Walsh. For $10 says, good words, chop a tree down.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like we always remind you around here, vegetarianism is murder. Save a carrot and eat a cow. Do yourself a favor. I think we're good, right?
And sucking cock isn't necessarily gay.
There you go. It's just experimental fun. Good night.
Good night.
It's over. Go home.